exploring an eerie shelter and remnants of a lost home in Georgia. A child's shoe, caked in mud, resting on a floorboard that's rotting away. A fireplace that's gone cold for good. Out here, deep in the Georgia woods, every little thing has a story. But the silence, man, the silence is something else. Today, we're piecing together what's left of one of those stories, a forgotten shelter and the skeleton of a home that nature is taking back. What could make a family just up and leave everything behind? We are deep in rural Georgia, miles down a road that's definitely more pothole than pavement. The air out here just feels different. It's heavy, thick with the smell of damp earth and rot. We're here to check out two parts of a forgotten puzzle. First up is a weird, half-buried shelter hidden in the overgrowth. Then, just a short walk from there, are the remains of a farmhouse. It was clearly a home once, but now it's just a ghost of what it was. These aren't just empty buildings, they're time capsules. And exploring them isn't just about the thrill of it. It's about trying to imagine the lives that were lived here, to wonder what happened that led to them being abandoned, and to see the wild, unstoppable power of nature. This is one of those spots where you have to tread lightly, not just because the floors are shot, but because you're walking through memories. All right, let's gear up and step inside. Section 1. The Forgotten Shelter. Honestly, just getting here was an adventure. The dirt track was so overgrown that branches were scraping the truck the whole way in. It really shows you how cut off this place has become. You have to wonder, was it always this hard to get to, or has the path just been erased by time? And here it is, the shelter. It's not your typical storm cellar. It's built low into the ground, almost buried in the hillside, making it feel more like a bunker. The door's been gone for years, leaving this dark, gaping hole. You immediately get a weird feeling about it. Shelters are for survival, for protection. The fact that this even exists hints that someone was afraid of something. Let's head in. Watch your step. The entrance is slick with moss. Wow. The smell in here is intense. It's that smell of trapped moisture and mildew, of things slowly turning back into dirt. The walls are solid concrete, but you can see where water's been seeping through for decades, leaving these weird, ghostly white streaks. And look at this. The place is covered in graffiti. It's a strange mix of history. Whatever this place was built for, now layered with messages from everyone else who stumbled upon it. There's not much left inside. A few rusted brackets on the walls that probably held shelves. Over in the corner there's a small pile of junk that's impossible to identify. But this place was never about comfort. It was functional. It was built to keep something out, or someone in. The acoustics are strange. Every little noise bounces around, but you can't hear a thing from outside. It's an oppressive kind of quiet. You can almost feel the weight of all that dirt above you. What would it have been like hiding down here, just listening, waiting for whatever was out there to go away? It's a chilling thought. There's nothing else in here, just cold concrete and old fears. I think the real story is waiting for us up at the house. Let's get back into the daylight. Section 2. The Skeletal House. Leaving the shelter, the whole vibe changes. That was a place you'd run to. This was supposed to be forever. From a distance, you can see why I call it a skeleton. The house is up on a little hill, and it's just this tattered frame of broken boards and empty windows. Time and weather have stripped the walls right off, exposing the bones of the home. It's a skeletal reminder of a place that used to be full of life. As we get closer, the amount of decay is just incredible. Nature didn't just move in, it tore its way in. These massive vines, some as thick as my arm, are wrapped around the porch columns and crawling right into the house, pulling it down piece by piece. We have to be so careful here. The porch floor is gone in huge chunks, and I can see right down into the crawl space. This is why I'm always talking about safety. One bad step, and you're going right through. Let's find a safe spot to get in. This opening here, where a wall used to be, seems like our best shot. Inside, it's total chaos. But it's a beautiful, haunting kind of chaos. Sunlight is pouring through the exposed beams, lighting up all the dust hanging in the air. This first room must have been the living room. There's a huge stone fireplace on the far wall. The mantel is still there, but the hearth is just full of leaves and trash. You can just picture a family sitting here, a fire roaring. The only warmth here now comes from the sun. And look at the layers of wallpaper peeling off the walls. Each pattern tells you about a different time, a different family trying to make this place their own. There's a floral one that screams 70s, and right under it something older and more geometric. It's like peeling back layers of time itself. It's moments like this, finding the hidden story of a place, that keep me doing this. Every little object, every layer of paint, is another piece of the puzzle. If you think this stuff is as fascinating as I do, and you want to see more forgotten places like this one, it would mean a lot if you hit that subscribe button. It lets me know you're out there and want more. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Section 3. The heart of the home. Let's push deeper into the house, back towards what I think were the kitchen and bedrooms. The floor here is incredibly spongy. Every single step is a risk. And just look at this. Here it is. This is the heart of the story. It looks like this corner was protected from the worst of the weather. There's a small, rusted metal bed frame with its springs showing. Right next to it, a little wooden nightstand is somehow still standing. And on top of it, a cracked lamp and a small leather-bound book. The cover is all warped from the damp, and the pages are fused together. I'm not even going to try to open it. It would just crumble. But just holding it, you feel the history. Whose book was this? What stories did they read before they went to sleep? And over here, this is just heartbreaking. It's a stack of old photographs, bleached out by the sun and ruined by water. You can't make out the images anymore, just faint, ghostly shapes of faces. These were the people who lived here, who loved this place, and now they're just faded specters. Why would anyone leave photos behind? That's one of the first things you grab. It makes you think they left in a hurry, that maybe they were desperate. Moving into what's left of the kitchen, the story just keeps unfolding. An old cast iron stove is sitting against the wall, covered in a thick blanket of rust. I can see a few old cans on the floor. Sliced peaches, it looks like. These small, everyday details just paint such a clear picture of what life was like here. You can almost smell the food that was cooked on that stove. The decay in here is on another level. The floor in the middle of the room has completely rotted through, creating this dangerous pit. Looking down, you just see the earth, patiently waiting to take back the rest of the house. It really feels like we're just documenting the last few moments of this place before it disappears for good. Standing out here again, watching the last bit of sunlight shine through the bones of this home, you can't help but feel a little sad. We walked through two totally different places today. The shelter, cold, concrete, and built out of fear. And then the house, a place that was once full of warmth and memories. Now they're both just abandoned, slowly being erased. So what happened here? The clues, the things left scattered around, the abandoned photos, they all point to some kind of sudden crisis. Maybe they lost everything, a story that's all too common in rural areas that relied on industries that are now gone. Or maybe it was a personal tragedy that made it too painful to stay. All we can do is wonder. What we know for sure is that these places, these forgotten homes and eerie shelters, are powerful reminders of how fragile our own lives are. It's wild to think this was somebody's home, a place of comfort and family, and now it's just rotting away, soon to be gone completely. It's humbling to stand where so many memories were made, only to hear nothing but silence. Thanks for coming along on this trip to a forgotten corner of Georgia. Let me know in the comments what you think the story of this place might be. I love reading your theories. Until next time, stay curious and remember that history is all around us, just waiting to be found.